Hey, welcome back, everybody. Jeff and Nikki Kai here with Keller Williams Real Estate in Park City. We are meeting again, once again today with Ace Allak from People's Home Equity in Salt Lake. How are you?
Good, man. How are you doing?
Good. Ace has been our go-to guy for the last 10 years or so. We're trying to touch base with Ace kind of on a weekly basis and get some updates as to what's going on since we're living in such a crazy time. What's happening in your world?
Good. Things have picked up. We've noticed a big jump in lock volume on purchases. Refinances have tapered. Actually, a graphic I want to share with you guys, if that's okay.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna show you this. This was from the Salt Lake Board of Realtors with some data reported from the mortgage industry. If you look here, Utah's purchase lock volume, which is what we look at is our biggest indicator of future business, is up 33%. I want to be clear, that's purchase volume, not refinance volume, right? So this is lock volume for purchases. Idaho, 23%. A couple other states are up. The rest of the country is either declining, increasing a little bit, but we are leading the country in the state of Utah in purchase lock volume. So pretty cool. Pretty cool stat there, but things like we talked about on some of those other recession charts.
That's a great
I don't anticipate a big adjustment in the good areas within Utah per the data from the last 4 recessions, except for 2008, which was a borrowing and mortgage crisis, right?
That's a great statistic because our conversations with clients around the country, they kind of have the attitude of what's going on in their world, where it may be down dramatically, to show them what's actually happening here in Utah. So that's fantastic.
So Ace, we talked about it in prior conversations, but let's delve into why we think that's happening and what is creating this situation where our locks are up versus other parts of the country where they're down. Because again, as Jeff mentioned, we have clients from all over the country looking at our Mecca, wanting to move here and wondering why our prices aren't going down. And this is one good indicator of why prices aren't going down, is because there are still people actively looking and buying homes.
Sure. So, yeah. I'm data driven. I always say, like, you don't want to participate too much in, the hysteria and the emotion on one side. But we want to acknowledge that and acknowledge our feelings, but at the same time, let's be data driven and look at history and look at the information we have in front of us. 58,000 new residents moved to Utah in 2019. That's new residents. That's not even including if your daughter, went to the U and wanted to stay here. That's not even including move up crowds. So that's a big population increase in 1 year. There's a 10-year statistic before that that's even higher. I don't want to misquote it, but I want to say it's to the tune of 500,000 or 600,000 have come in the last decade. So Utah's seen a big increase. And the reason for that is, a lot of industries coming here. It's quality of life. People that come want to stay. You have second home market. You have a lot of reasons that people want to be here. 80% sunny days, I think, once they're here. This is all speculation, but the data speaks to, inventory issues that we're going to continue to have in the good areas. I do think the outskirts will taper, maybe go up a little bit, maybe go down a little bit. But if you're in the good areas, Summit County, I'd say within a few miles of Summit County, you're not going to see a monster decline.
That's great. So if you could send us, we'll post that statistic that you had, and anybody else out there. We also post a weekly update of what has happened in our Park City market specifically since COVID hit on a week-by-week basis. And it actually shows that listings are down fairly dramatically. Pendings are up over the last month, which is a good sign. Things are starting to open up, so hopefully we can keep some traction here.
Awesome.
Yeah, I do want to also point out, though, having said that, there's no opportunity to be had right now. You just have to know where it is, and it usually follows what people can borrow and what they can't. So jumbo loans right now are suffering. Your really, really high price point homes, there's going to be some opportunity in. Now, a little less in Park City because it's 50% cash buyers.
Mm-hmm.
Just barely under, yeah.
Which is crazy. But the other 50%, homes above $2 million, if anybody's shopping in that zone, give these guys a call, because about half of those people's borrowing power just went down, and it's a lot harder to do.
Yeah, no, that's a great point. I agree totally.
Awesome.
So, all right, guys.
Well,
Thanks again.
yeah, good.
Yeah.
That's a really positive update to share with our people out there. And if anyone out there does have specific questions about loans and what's happening in the mortgage world, how do we get a hold of you?
You can call me directly at 801-694-6439, or email me and my team at aceteam@peopleshomeequity.com. Again, that's aceteam@peopleshomeequity.com.
Awesome. Well, things continue to be fluid, so we look forward to chatting with you next week.
Thank you guys so much. Talk to you next week.
Thanks, Ace.
Bye.